You can see here that I have a Geely EX5. This is a 2025 Inspire model. It rides on 19-inch alloy wheels. The tyre specs are 235/50/19. And like many other owners, I have considered carrying a space saver wheel in the boot. If you are interested in carrying a space saver wheel, well, this video will show you what I have done to put a package together. When I open up the lower section of the boot, you can see that I've stowed a space saver wheel. This particular wheel comes from a late model Toyota RAV4. The tyre specs are 165/80/17. It fits nicely inside. This would not be the only type of space saver wheel that would fit the Geely. Things that you would need to consider is the diameter of the wheel, so the measurement from here to here, as well as the size of the hole, because the Geely hub is 54.1 millimeters. With this particular RAV4 wheel, the hole diameter is 60.1 millimeter. So I needed to purchase a hub centric ring to adapt this hole size to the Geely hub. Shortly, I'll go ahead and mount the RAV4 space saver wheel onto the back axle of my Geely. It needs to go on the back axle only because the Geely is a front wheel drive car and this space saver tyre is quite a lot narrower than the original tyre. Obviously, if you get a puncture at the front, then you need to mount the space saver on the back and take the good back wheel off the back and put it onto the front. So the first thing we need to do before we start is to remove the lug nut covers. These are just plastic covers that sit over the lug nuts. You can see that the cover has a ridge around the outside of it. You can just use a small flathead screwdriver to wedge these out. You can see I've got here my jack ready. If you're wanting to know where to position this jack, or under the car, there is an arrow. So it's roughly about there. That's where you will locate the jack. Okay, so you can see that I've removed the original wheel. It's sitting right there. Here is the space saver. One thing I've noticed now is that the Geely wheel lugs are actually tapered. So that will actually help center this wheel onto here. But to further assist you, what you can do is buy these hub centric rings, which just fit on there like that. And that will mean that the hole of the space saver wheel, which with this one you can see that I've already put a hub centric ring on there. There's no problem with keeping it on there, but what it means is that this hole here of the wheel is bigger than this part here on the car. So to help you center the space saver wheel, you can use these hub centric rings. That being said, with tapered lugs, it will eventually center. You just have to be very careful with the tightening pattern. Okay, so now you can see that I've fitted the space saver wheel. Car's no longer jacked up. The wheel fits well. And I've also used a hub centric ring. So I'll provide details of the size of the hub centric ring that I used here. But you can see that it fits well. I will just go underneath and show the clearance. Hopefully you can see that. Go around this side as well. Let's have a look at the clearances. So looks good. So there you have it. All right, I'm just going to show you what I've done in the boot. So what I've done is that with this lower boot tub, it's secured by a number of bolts. So what I've done is in these two top left hand ones, I've replaced them with, I'll show you, these eye bolts, so that I can feed one of these endless ratchet straps. So this is the endless type. It doesn't have a hook on the end, and that is so that I can feed it through the eye bolts and over the wheel to secure it. Okay, so what you can see is I've put the space saver wheel back in the lower section of the boot. Just a heads up is that when you put it in, make sure that the valve is close to you. That just makes it easier to check the air pressures. So what I've done is with the ratchet strap, I've fed one side through the center hole of the wheel and the other side just goes around the back. As you can see, what I'll tighten it up so it's nice and tight. Now this towel here, that's there simply to protect the rim so that the ratchet doesn't scratch the wheel, but that towel also doubles up as a kneeling pad when I need to change the wheel. Now let's close the lid and see what it looks like. So you can see here that the back part sits flush. There is, I'm pushing down on it now, there is pretty much no movement. It is sitting flush. Also another thing is the reason why I use a ratchet strap is so that there is virtually, you can see here I'm trying to move it, there is no movement or very little movement. Now if you have a space saver in the boot and you go over a big speed hump, you might hear a bit of a knocking noise from the back, and what's happening is that that space saver is actually jumping up a bit because this wheel, don't forget, has a bit of weight in it. So this ratchet strap stops it from doing that. Now I get no noise coming from this wheel.